Welcome again to another episode of the Goalpost Gossip. And this is the podcast where football meets banter. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow the movement at Gossip Goalpost. Without further ado, let's get this ball rolling. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Well, this episode is about midweek Premier League games, and a lot of stuff happened during midweek. So we started this by talking about Tottenham, the Tottenham Newcastle game. Um, Tottenham fell short. Tottenham have quality to be good, but there's something that's holding Tottenham back. Yes, the game ended 2-1. Tottenham didn't play bad at all. I mean, it was kind of an even Steven game. Tottenham just could not finish off and multiple chances that they created. And with that loss, the board decided to let go of Thomas. And good old Thomas is gone. Yes, good old Thomas is gone. Hey, if it was a time where they let go Thomas, like maybe like 2 3 months ago, 2 months ago, it would probably be in Manchester United because a lot of Manchester United fans needed Thomas there because they like his style of football. Because Tottenham kind of started the Premier League season. They were on a little, when Thomas Frank went there, they were on a little run. So all the Manchester United fans, well, not all of them, but most of the ones that I know, were like, Thomas Frank is a good coach. We need Thomas Frank in Manchester United. I wonder what they would have been thinking right now. But yes, Tottenham, they're like what, 15 or 16 in the Premier League, somewhere about that, not far away from the relegations. But it's weird. That's what I was saying the other day. Like, Tottenham, I don't understand. Like, Tottenham is still in Champions League and still have a chance of winning Champions League because they're there. They finished like fourth. You understand what I'm saying? So they are still there, but in Premier League they're all the way down there fighting relegation. How is that happening? And over the years, Tottenham always have a good team, but for some reason they don't have an excellent team, and they just always seem to be that mid-table team, you know. But their presence is always felt. So yeah, Tottenham lost that game, and they also lose their coach. Okay, with that we roll over to the Liverpool game. Liverpool Sunderland. Liverpool should lose that game. Liverpool is nowhere close to be what Liverpool used to be. That game they should have lost that game outright. Like, Sunderland created so much chances in that game, man, and Sunderland gave them a run for their money. Um, Sunderland do give Liverpool a run for their money. Nevertheless, Liverpool came away with the victory. Virgil van Dijk scored that header, and they get that victory. They were dying for, man, and I wanted them to lose so bad so they can just ease off our tails. But nevertheless, Liverpool came away with that victory. I just, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about Liverpool. Salah is still not giving the critics anything positive to talk about. I think he do have that assist, yeah. He was the one who had that assist, but apart from that, uh, Salah still not silencing the critiques. So I still think Saudi Arabia is calling. I think this is his last season there. I'm surprised he kind of made it through. Sorry. I'm surprised he kind of made it through the remainder of the season. So Liverpool is now 1 point behind Chelsea. So they're sitting in fifth So they're still looking in on the top four. So it's a scramble right now. It's a scramble, man, and it's going down between Chelsea, Manchester United, and Liverpool for the top four position, because which I still in doubt of Aston Villa finishing in top four. I still in doubt, but that's for another story. Yeah, so Liverpool did won their game. Also, we're gonna be touching on Chelsea, of course. Oh boy, how did this happen? How on earth did this happen? Like, how? It's just mind blowing how this happened. Chelsea was 2-0 up at halftime. 2-0 up at halftime. How did we squander a 2-0 lead to draw with Leeds? So this season, Leeds took a total of 4 points from us. We are yet to beat Leeds this season. Well, the season almost end. We won't get a chance to beat them again this season. It is embarrassing. I mean, Leeds is not a bad team. Leeds is causing a lot of problems in the Premier League. They're playing really good against the big teams. But man, we deserve to trash Leeds. I, my prediction in the game was 4-0. I posted that it's going to be revenge and it's going to be 4-0. So yes, I get the amount of goal, right? But I never expected the game to end at 2-2. I wanted us to trash Leeds so bad, man, because Leeds beat us when they have no business in winning that game against us. And they came back and took a point from us. It's sad. Because if we had won that game, we would be sitting in third right now. But I'm heartbroken, man. I want to cry. Because I thought we had the game in the bag. Like 2 goals, man. 2 goals. How do we give up on that? Um who that penalty overall that they get. Like how does the rule goes? I don't get it. It's a handball that leads to a goal. Then they're gonna say because the person who had the ball didn't score the goal, so they have no reason to chop it off. Like, how? If someone fouls someone and they didn't call that foul, but within that play it leads up to a goal, they will rule the goal out. Then when since the player who committed the foul or who had the ball have to be the one who scored the goal for it to be disallowed. It leads up to the play. It was right in the box. The ball was handed. The next ball moved over to the player who scored the goal. And they didn't chop it off. Like, that is sickening. That is sickening. Our VAR reviewed it and they didn't call back the game for the handball. How did that happen? And it's a very, very stupid reason. The player doesn't have to score the goal, man. Since when that rule applies, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. That is ridiculous. And they scored a goal and equalized, and the team just never recovered from that. The penalty, though, Caicedo is an asset and a liability at the same time. He's an asset and a liability at the same time. That play that Caicedo made was a very, very unnecessary. So much like most of the fouls that he committed. Very, very unnecessary. And I hate to be the critique of Caicedo because I like the aggression, but you gotta know when to be aggressive. You can't be that aggressive in your box, man. You stepping across a player and you know once you step across them, they're gonna go down, and you're giving them a chance of getting a penalty. Like, what happened? What happened? Like, yeah, it's in the moment, but there was no threat. There was no threat. You didn't have to do that, bro. You didn't have to do that, and we concede. And our defense is leaking like a well. Let's say that. Like every week we've been conceding a bunch of goals. Even when we win, we are conceding goals. We gotta stop that. We gotta plug those holes, man. This is crazy. So unfortunately, man, we didn't beat Leeds this season. So we gotta do better. We gotta come better than that, and it sucks. Enough of that. Moving over to the Manchester City Fulham game. Manchester City, they won the game in the first half. We all saw that. Manchester City trashed Fulham 3-0, and the game was over by the first half. Fulham did came out in the second half blazing, but it was already over and done. And it's kind of alarming that Manchester City they get they get those three goals and they kind of inviting a lot of pressure in the second half. A lot of pressure. Semenyo scores again. It's just that he's been City is a perfect fit for Semenyo. Um, I always wanted him at Chelsea because I like his style of football. I like how direct he is, and I like those kind of players. That's the reason why you hear me always talking about Rashford and so. But he went to Manchester City and he's flourishing. We know he's gonna flourish because City, the type of football that City plays, it really fits Semenyo's style, and he's flourishing, of course. So he scores again. He set up the second one, and then Holland scored the third, which was a very good game, which was a very good goal. I'm unsure if Allen got injured because of that foul that leads up to the second goal. That was a very very hard hit on Haaland. He did went down, but he get up to score the third goal. They took him off at second time. Second eye. I didn't do my due diligence by looking up if he was like actually hurt. So I will definitely look that up and find that out. But good win by City, hunting down Arsenal. They did cut the lead by only 3 points at that time. Um, but yeah, cutting the lead by 3 points, and Arsenal actually extended the lead to four. Um, that was the last game of the midweek Premier League. Arsenal should have lost that game, man. Like Brentford gave it to Arsenal. Brentford did take the game to Arsenal. And if you really think that Arsenal is still gonna win the Premier League, I mean, the truth, the truth of the matter is that Arsenal are getting draws from games that they have no business getting draws from, which is kind of weird because they decided that they're not losing any game, so they win. If they can't win, they draw them. You know what I mean? And they should have lost. Brentford created so much opportunity to win that game. Even the last kick of the game, Brentford had an opportunity, and Thiago missed it. Thiago missed like 5 goals in the game, man. Arsenal wasn't looking good at all, and I mean they get a chance. They scored that one goal by Madueke scored a goal with his head. You must know how desperate and the situation that they found themselves in when you see Madueke score a goal with his head. Happy for Madueke, but not happy for Arsenal. Only 4 points. Only 4 points, and I really think that Manchester City really gonna catch them. Aston Villa won their game, but they're kind of just falling behind. Of course, um, they are third. Yeah, that's their position that they hold for the longest. But they're only 6 points from dropping down to number five. Leon Bailey with that assist, very good assist, and they get that goal in the dying stages of the game. So I wanted them to lose too. Make it very interesting. But yeah, looking good. And the last point I'm gonna be touching on is Manchester United. Manchester United, just like Chelsea, they had that opportunity to close the gap, and they also fall short. Manchester United, um, they should have lost that game also. They were nowhere to be found. And they were saved by the bell once more. They were nowhere to be found. But hey, West Ham is on a little rise, and West Ham should have hold that game up. But it was a very good goal by Benjamin, by Sesko. And there you go, Sesko to their rescue again. Sesko to Manchester United rescue again. Dying stages, man. They get a goal, and I wanted them to lose so bad to kind of, give us a chance, give us a breathing room, and but they find a way and get them 1 point. So Chelsea misses out on their chance. They miss out on their chance because since Chelsea drew, if they had won, they would have extended that lead. And if we had won and they drew, we would have passed them. So it's like, but both of them fail. Both of them fail. Yeah. So let's see what the teams who play in Premier League will bring this weekend. There's also FA Cup going on. So let's see if the FA Cup teams will shine. Let's go Chelsea. Yeah, let's go Chelsea. All right, man. We're gonna wrap this one up, and we'll be back on the weekend to try to do some live streams of the game. Um, Maybe I don't think we're gonna be streaming the FA Cup because I'll be out. But Premier League game, I'll choose which game I wanna stream on the weekend. So just remember to join us on the YouTube at Gossip Gold Post. Um, that is the handle, and just follow the page and be a part of the live stream. I'm still working and getting it right. Okay, so bear with me. All right, again.